Like a melody in my head, in the bed of my truck, by the light of a midnight moon, baby, I see you.
Hey guys, quick note. Bruno is the horse you're going to see in this video. The first pics you are going to see are from when I first got him. He was in extremely poor condition, feet chipped and broken, never had a teeth flow, and infested with worms and malnutrition. Okay, so the first time I rode Bruno, he pinned my leg against the fence to get to the other horses and put 3 stitches in my leg. I decided to address this herd sour issue sooner in his physical recovery rather than later, so it would be quicker argument than if he were fat and sassy. He had less energy to argue with me, and so when I got his feet in good condition and his teeth floated, and I felt that he was able to handle it, I dressed up for the argument. Here you're going to see pictures of Bruno before I got him back to health. You can see he was terribly skinny. He had some, something on his flank, I guess, where he had gotten into something or something bit him. But you could see every bone in this horse's body. He was just in terrible condition. So these are the before pictures. Here is his feet before I got his feet done. Obviously, I did not do anything regarding working him or anything like that until I got his feet done. His teeth floated, like I said, all that good jazz, and felt that he was at least up to weight to where he could handle it and he wasn't so lethargic. In the video, you're going to see that he is still, he's still skinny. He's still malnutrition, but his feet were good, his teeth were good, and he had energy to put up for the fight, but not as much as if he were going to be fat and sassy and super happy. So I was, uh, I was ready after about 2 weeks of having him. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the video. This is what I did for the initial argument. I'll just call it the argument. And you're going to find out later in this video that this herd sour thing, it is more than just one time of riding him and fixing it, okay? So this is just what I did for the initial addressing of the herd sour. So I wrote him off, and what I did was I just walked him off nice and easy. And when I felt that he had the urge to turn around and come back, I didn't stop him. I let him turn around, and in fact, I kind of pushed him. I kind of pushed him. I said, okay, you want to go back to the horses? Let's do it. Let's get back to the horses. So here we are back at the horses, and he's like, well, this is weird. Usually everybody tries to stop me from getting back to my herd. And I said, no, let's go, buddy. So what I'm doing now that I'm back at the horses, I said, okay, you wanted to come here, so we're here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work, buddy. We are going to work. So I am just going to be bugging the crap out of him. I am not hurting him in any sort of way. I'm just bugging him. I'm, bouncing my legs off of his side, turning him in tight circles. I'm making him work. It's not pretty. This is not the pretty side of the herd sour horse. This is the ugly side. You can see we're all on the rocks here where he just got his feet done. It's a little tender. That's okay. So it's about to get pretty ugly. He is like, lady, I'm not doing this. I just wanted to get back to my horses and eat with them and just chill with them. And I'm going, no, no, you wanted to be with the horses. So we're here, but I'm going to bug the crap out of you. You can see right there he refuses to go forward. And so I just tapped him with that whip. I'm like, okay, no, we're going to go forward. He was like, oh, you want to tap me with the whip? I'm going to pin you against the fence again. And that's exactly what he did right there. So fortunately, that was the last time he put me on the fence. So I was super happy about that. So again, I just drove him right back to the horses. Nope, buddy, you want to go to the horses? Let's go. And now he's like fighting me. He's like, I'm not turning where you tell me to go. I'm not doing any of this. And I'm like, no, no, you wanted to go to the horses. Let's stay with the horses. And I'm just flexing him left and right. Like I said, just anything you can do to just bug him. You're not hurting him. You're just bugging him. Okay, so after I felt that Bruno had had enough of being bugged and worked around the horses, I would walk off on a loose rein away from the horses. As soon as I felt that he would want to get back to the horses, I would hurry up and repeat the whole session, bugging him until he wanted to walk away again. I repeated this several times over several days. I repeated it until I had a willing horse who was not trying to get back to the horses. Each day when I felt we were finished, I would walk away from the horses, then get off and loosen my cinch. This taught my horse that away from the horses is where we can end all of this madness. Okay, so I can't help but brag just a little bit. This is 2 weeks later. Doesn't he look great? He still needs more weight, and obviously all the muscle tone and everything will come through, but I'm so impressed just 2 weeks can do for this horse. He is now not trying to get back to the horses. He's learning his foundation, how to give and be soft and just all the basics, walk, trot, and canter. And I was even able to take him to the arena, no embarrassing moments or anything like that. And I was able to start finally patterning my barrel horse. So, like I said, this took about 2 weeks, and here we are the first time on the barrel pattern, just trotting the barrels. And I didn't expect anything out of this horse. All I wanted was just a good, clean, one time in the arena. It's just a pleasure to ride him now. He's not trying to get back to the horses. He's not fighting with me. Dang sure not putting me against the rail. And it's a really beautiful thing. So I'm just putting in a couple of clips so you can see how far he's come along in 2 weeks. He's just really learning all of his foundations. Okay, so now I showed you what I did on the initial argument of this herd sour. I want to portray the most important part of this video. Your herd sour horse is going to change your way of life. So one of the main problems I see with herd sour horses is they do not respect you, the owner and handler, as their leader. One reason a horse is herd sour is because they feel safe with their herd leader. Obviously, they don't see you as their leader, or else they would feel safe and secure with you and wouldn't be trying to get back to the other horses. So, how do you teach your horse that you are his leader? First of all, a lead horse in the wild will make all the horses respect his boundaries. He'll push him out of his bubble if he gets close. So never let him push on you. Back him up, move his feet forwards, backwards, left and right until he respects you and your boundaries. You will always have to be aware of this issue, even after your horse seems fixed. Issues like this can and will resurface unless maintained correctly. You will have to be aware of this issue forever and for always. So here I have a few things that will help you to keep this issue maintained. The first tip I have is when you're done working your horse, don't just go and put him up wherever he wants to be and be done. Make sure when you're done working with him, even if you did have a hard day, get him to where he wants to go and work him. That can be lunging him, just moving his feet forwards, backwards, left and right. Just get that heart rate up wherever he wants to be. That way he'll realize that, look, just because we're done and you're going to go to the horses, that doesn't mean that that's just the safe spot to be. The next thing that can help, if you're able, feed your horse away from the other animals in the barn. In the arena, feed him in the work area, anywhere except where he wants to be. And the last thing I have for you is very important. When you get home from a trail ride or an arena that's away from the barn, work your horse and get his heart rate up when you get back to the barn, when you get back to the horses. It just takes 5 or 10 minutes, but this will help you immensely. Work him where he wants to be. I'm so proud of how Bruno came along and he now has a second chance at life. Thanks so much for watching, and please like and subscribe for more do-it-yourself training videos.